Hello, all my Cancer friends. Thank you for coming to my channel. This is your July 16th through 31st reading for the second half of July 2018. Thank you for all my wonderful people who've hired me to do readings. God, you're wonderful. This has been great. And welcome to all the new people. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, please hit the button below to the right-hand corner. That'll make sure that you get these new free videos. This is a collective reading. This means that everyone who is watching the channel will get a little bit out of this because I'm asking for answers for anyone who tunes in. That means some of the things I say may not ring true to you. If they don't, leave it. It's for another Cancer. There are literally thousands of people watching. Only take what rings true to your heart. You'll know it because you'll feel it. There's no bones about it. And if it doesn't ring true to you, then just leave what doesn't. There'll be something in here for everyone. And don't forget, I clarify the reading after I lay this first set of cards down. So just because it didn't hit you in the first set doesn't mean the second set won't be the thing that clarifies it for you. So stick around for that. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, universal energy, spirit guides, and divine higher selves for being present here for this reading for Cancer, to allow me to interpret the cards and help them clarify things and get some insight on what's going on for them, to help them remain on their highest possible path. Thank you so much. This is your here and now energy. This is your relationship, spiritual relationship with self, and or love life. I don't limit it to one thing because some people are in relationships and some people aren't. And this is your career and finance, and I say that because you may not work, but it'll have to do with money, and everybody wants to know about money. So, this is your underlying energy. This is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is like a false victory or cutting your nose off to spite your face. So don't get ahead of yourself on something. That's what this is about. It can also be a repressive energy of someone who's trying to gain control, who doesn't really have the authority to do so. But we'll find out. We'll look and see. Let's see what the cards say. Okay, so in your here and now, you have the Fool. The Fool is a major arcana, and it is the very first one. It is a 0, which means it's a beginning and an end. That's a fabulous thing because you have to have an ending to have a new beginning. Now, the Fool can't be caught off balance. He is a master of, landing on his feet like a cat. He has all the major signs, all the horoscope signs, all the sun and moon and rising signs. This is the guy who can tightrope walk any situation. So this is letting you know you have the poise to handle whatever is thrown your direction, and it's usually some kind of adventure or something that is a challenge, but it's okay because you have what you need to make that challenge work. The next card is the number 1 in the major arcana, which is the Magician. So the Magician is the master manifester. This card says you have everything you need in your possession already to make whatever you want to happen, or to be the alchemist, so to speak, in your own life. I want to point out that he has the divine energy here at the top, and his heart chakra is just big and powerful, and he's using that high energy that's the highest vibration, the love energy, to make your whatever you want to manifest come into being. So he's using that to make what he wants to happen. And if you're in the middle of using like the law of attraction, you've got to remain in that high energy. So don't let anyone pull you down. This is a Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is your energy, Cancer. You are the cups. This can be a grieving card, but because you have these two signs around it, if you are grieving, it won't be for long. If you're not grieving, it could be oh, thank God, we're finally moving past this, we're moving through this. Whatever's been blocking you is about to proceed, because the universe is coming in and saying, first of all, it's saying, here you are, you've got the strength to make it through anything, whatever, come what may, you'll land on your feet. Second of all, you can manifest whatever outcome you want. You may feel like you've been knocked down, but you haven't been knocked out, because you only have these two. You have three knocked down, but you got two behind you that are still perfectly good. So you still have that chance to stand up, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and keep moving. And the universe is coming in with this strength card and saying, hey, if you'll stand up with me, I'll walk beside you, and we can get through this if we can trust each other. So this is about having the strength to endure and allow the universe to come in and be at your side by bringing it in through this wonderful manifesting card here. So this is a really great comeback story that's developing here in the middle for you guys. Okay, so in your spiritual love life or relation, the spiritual and relationship with self, love life and relationship, period, if you're already with someone, you've got the Eight of Cups. Now the Eight of Cups is a card, this is your energy because it's the cups, it's emotion, and emotions are very fluid. It's also your intuition, and it's you looking out at the universe or asking the universe for another opportunity. So you're looking out into the horizon, your higher self is present because it got this moon lighting the darkness for you. And this is allowing you to look at your options, and that's kind of what you're doing, is you're expanding. You want to look out at different ways of doing things, and so you're kind of seeking. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is an air energy, and this is ideas. This could be information coming in, or idea, a spark of an idea. It's like a light bulb going off here. Her third eye also looks illuminated. And the sword is all about cutting away what no longer serves you. So this is a clarifier of clarifiers, okay? After that, you've got the Death card. Now, the Death card doesn't mean physical death. It means the death of the way things were, or the death of a former process, or the death of a chapter in your life. So it's a closure card, and it's a freeing card because it removes whatever has been binding you or whatever has been blocking you. So this is a really great energy to have over here. In your career and finance, you have the Sun card, which means the planets are coming into alignment for your happiness. This is joy and happiness and birth and alignment. So think about it like a lock. If you have a lock and you've got a key, only the right key can open it, because it has to be in perfect, all the little niches have to be in perfect sync with each other to match the lock, or the cylinders won't turn. So this is saying all these little gitchy things here, all these little planets are coming into alignment so that the cylinder will turn when you turn the key. And you have the key for this. The universe is lining up for you. So that's great. So if you're trying to make a new beginning in your finance or work life, it's happening. Here comes another sword. This would be, if it's a person, on both of these sword signs here, all three, there's a 5 over there. They are the air signs, so that would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This one is another clarifier, which is him coming in to give you this message or information that's going to help clear up whatever you're trying to figure out, or whatever you can't see past. If you're waiting to find something out, this is that message coming in for you. You've got the Six of Cups, which is a lot of options. This is an abundance of choices. It also can mean that you're surrounded by people who are your soul contract, fellow soul contract people who are going through lifetimes with you and have been through many lifetimes. So you may have some of those people involved in your life at this moment. But this is definitely gifts from the universe and things that are being presented to you through people who have been sent here for a purpose, or have volunteered to come here to serve a purpose in your life. Okay, here we come to the clarifiers. So all of you that have been waiting, thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, universal energy, spirit, spirit guides, gods, goddesses, and our higher selves for being present here and allowing me to clarify this reading for Cancer to help them remain on their highest possible path. Thank you. Okay, so paying attention to detail. This is the Apprentice card. So this is what's saying you are working very hard on getting it right, getting this manifesting thing that you're working on, okay, into the perfect practice so that you can bring in this unmanifested abundance. Okay, so you're learning something new or working on something, a new way to bring it in. Okay. And on top of that, 5, the change. So this could mean a definite change in how you do that. So in the past, you may have gone about it one way, but now you're learning a new way to do it. And this is the cautionary thing of don't get your cart before your horse. Do the detail work first, so that when you do make that move to step into it, that you're not gonna, stumble. The Fool with the 9 of Rods. So the Fool is the keeping your balance, keeping your center, being able to handle whatever, come what may, whatever that world throws at you. And the 9 of Rods, where you've worked and worked and worked and worked and managed to get through all these obstacles, and you've got this one last thing to complete before you're finished. So this is an almost to this point of being that free soul that can negotiate throughout his lifetime without any issue. This is you having done all that work to get the experience to have this kind of ability, the balance. Rods are your work energy, so they usually mean action or some kind of actual literal labor. Okay. You have the Magician, which is a fabulous manifester, with a World card on top, which is like the universe giving you a portal to the next chapter. So this is a new beginning. It is an ending and beginning all at once, because it's the World card. So it is you are being upgraded, okay, so to speak. It's like getting a lift through some new dimension. Okay, you're connecting. And the universe is granting that for you, granting entrance. So you've got the 5 of Cups here. This is, to me, is now speaking of exhaustion. You have really worked yourself into a place of almost using every resource you have to get through. And this is telling you, please take that time to recover, rest, recuperate, regenerate, rejuvenate. Do all of the praying or meditating, and center yourself, eat good food, and get enough sleep. Allow yourself to recover from this exhaustion, because somebody out there, or several of you out there, have really just brought yourself to your knees with the workload that you've been carrying here. This workload is insane. It's that heavy, heavy, heavy load. You've just been nonstop. So here's the Strength card, proceeding forward with the universe at your side. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. This is that obstacle, whatever this is that's been happening, and they've got this one last thing. This is the completion of that. And the time keeper here is 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Okay, in your relationship, spiritual life, and or love life, here you are looking for something new to go out and have this fine adventure and new beginnings. And you may already know what it is. You're just looking out to see how to go about it. And this is the victory card of the Six of Rods. So this is a ticker tape parade in your honor, new beginnings. This is a laurel wreath, which is victory. He's got laurel wreath around his head. He's very excited. People are giving him accolades. He's getting huge recognition. That's what this is. Queen of Swords with the Justice card. So this beautiful idea, or this beautiful energy that's coming in to clarify for you, the judgment will be in your favor. The Justice card is equal and fair and in your favor. So if you're waiting for some decision to come about, some legal matter, it's in your favor. Now, you've got this Death card here with the big change, and then you've got the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is the feeling left out, feeling like you're at your last straw, like you just feel like there's no hope. Okay, but know this: these pentacles are the abundance that's standing right behind you. So it hasn't come all the way in to where you can see it, and you haven't turned around to look for it. So you're feeling like you're out in the cold, but you're actually not. So this is a card to remind you, or for me to remind you, when this card shows up, it's a message of hope. Don't lose hope. The change is coming, and it will be for the best. And it may feel terrible at first. Change is never fun. There's always some adjustment, and some change is startling. So roll with it. Let yourself be carried by the universe. This is what it's telling you. Trust me. I've got your best interest. The Sun card. Beautiful Sun card. Happy, wonderful. Everything's lining up in your favor. And here's the universe offering you this cup, and you're not looking at it. Or you're too tired to look at it. Or you just don't realize that it's there. Look around you. Keep your head up. Try to keep your eyes open for opportunities, because they're coming. It's hard when you're tired and exhausted. It feels like everything is just crazy, and you can't focus. So just, you're watching the video. I'm telling you that the universe is telling you, look up from where you are. There is a gift waiting for you. Page of Swords. Hanged Man. Hanged Man is, you get this information or this idea, and you're kind of holding on to it. You're not really ready to take action on it yet. Okay? So you're looking at it from every angle, trying to figure out all the details. And that's perfectly fine. That's not a bad position to be in, because when you're the Hanged Man energy, that's your own self holding you back, not something else holding you back. So as soon as you decide to move, you can set yourself right again. Six of Cups. Wonderful, bounteous gifts and people who are on your side, coming from other lifetimes to be with you in this lifetime. And the Death card. Now the Death card again is affirming the ending of whatever this is. Okay? So the Death card is coming in and saying all of these negative things are going to be removed. The heavy workload, where did it go? The heavy workload, and the new beginning is coming. Because when you have a transformative ending over here, you got support with you to help you get through it, but sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing. Having things removed from your life that no longer serve you can be hard, because you sometimes aren't ready to let it go. So the change can be shocking. For some of you, it will be, and it may have already happened, and you're just having to adjust with it. But know that you have support from the divine, and the universe is saying, you know, it may be devastating, it may be devastating. You may be worn out and exhausted from all the work you had to do because of the change. But that's okay. It's not necessarily a horrible thing. You just feel like there's no end in sight. and you're doing that last piece, so you're not to the end of it yet. So it feels like, oh my God, how am I going to get this all done? So don't lose hope. This is going to work out in your favor. And blessings to you, and blessings, love, and light. And I will talk to you again in August. If you'd like a personal reading, if something in here is you want more answers to, or if you have a personal question that I have not answered here, please go to royalmystic.com and I'll be happy to book a reading for you. Namaste.